Welcome to clickmeproject.com. Let me discuss about document clustering for forensic analysis and approach for improving computer inspection. Let us see the abstract for our project. Computers are increasingly used as tools to commit crimes such as an unauthorized access. In computer forensic analysis, thousands of files are usually examined that allow investigators to look for evidences on a suspected computer by analyzing communication and data on the computer storage device. It consumes time to analyze all the documents in the seized computers. So we present a novel approach that applies the document clustering algorithm, the CSPA, cluster-based similarity partitioning algorithm. For each document, the weight of the word should be computed based on the time frequency and inverse document frequency. The time frequency is the number of occurrences of the word in the document. The distance between the pair of objects can be computed from the dissimilarities between the names in the documents using the Livingston distance. The similarities of the documents can be calculated based on the correlations between the documents available for clustering. Finally, the resulting data partitions are formed as a single cluster. Here is the data flow diagram for our project. Initially, we should load the number of documents for clustering the documents based on the similar content. In pre-processing, we should identify and remove the stop words from the document using post-trigger or stemming algorithm. It removes all the unwanted words in the document. The time frequency. Time frequency is the number of occurrences of the word in the document. From this weight of the individual word can be computed. Based on the time frequency, individual document frequency can be computed. In similarity calculation, we should identify the similarities between the documents based on the content. The distance between the documents can be computed using Livingston distance. Based on this values, cluster will be formed as noun, pronoun, and adjective cluster. In query preprocessing, we should enter the query for content retrieval. The input query can be splitted as cluster formation. Based on the query, it will retrieve the content from the specific cluster. Finally, we should evaluate the content retrieved from the cluster as based on the query. Here is the running procedure of our project. In this, just we are going to select the documents which contains the crime data as input. We can select the multiple documents which contains the crime data. Multiple documents can be selected as an input, then the contents can be viewed as like this. Next, we are going to move to data preprocessing. The initial step of our process is data preprocessing. In data preprocessing, we are just going to identify and remove the stop words using post tagger. It removes all the unwanted words present in the documents, and the post taggers are used to identify the pronouns, nouns, and adjectives which are going to form a cluster based on this. Each document can be analyzed and identify the words present in the documents. The process is going on. When the process completed, the content of the file can be listed like this. From that, we are going to just form the we are going to select the noun from all the 5 documents of the nouns can be displayed like this, and update that we are just going to store all the nouns, adjectives, and pronouns in the database. Next, we are going to identify the time frequency. The time frequency is the individual occurrence of the word. The same words in the multiple documents. Based on this, inverse domain frequency calculation can be computed, and it can be saved in the database for identifying the correlations between the documents. Next, in correlation test, we are just to identify the similarities between the documents based on the content. Each document can be compared with the remaining other documents sequentially. Next, we are going to form the cluster based on the correlation between the documents. In clustering, the noun clusters are formed. In noun cluster, all the nouns which present in all the 5 documents can be grouped as a noun cluster. In pronoun clusters, as like this. In adjective cluster, all the 5 document adjectives can be formed or grouped as a single cluster, as like this. Then we are just going to move on to query preprocessing. In query preprocessing, we are just going to pass the queries. From that query, we are going to retrieve the content from the cluster. Suppose we just we are going to give the query as a petrol, like this. Means we are going to identify the query, and we are going to search. From that search, when the petrol can be identified as a noun. From that, we are going to search the words which are occur in the documents based on the noun based summarization. From that, and the content can be retrieved from the multiple documents as present in the word petrol. For similarly, we can perform for multiple query operations. This is the efficient way of our query processing of our project.